Help for middle-class families, big spending cuts, that will dominate the president's address tonight. But his proposed spending freeze is already earning mixed reviews. Vermont's independent Senator Bernie Sanders serves on the Budget Committee and joins me here now in Russell Balcony. Great to see you, Senator. The president has, different directions, different ways he can go. He sounded like a populist last week. There are a lot of criticism of some of his proposals. What about the spending freeze and the independent budget commission that he's apparently going to propose even after it was voted down yesterday?
Look, Andrea, everybody understands that we have a $12 trillion national debt and record-breaking deficits. This is a huge problem. It has got to be addressed. But we have to understand the causation of that problem, and then we have to address it in the fairest way possible so that it doesn't really negatively impact a middle class and working class, which today is being decimated.
But the White House would say that the spending freeze that he's proposing, and critics would certainly say, it's really a drop in the bucket. It's 17%.
Right.
We're talking about $250 billion over 10 years to be cut.
No, that's right, and it may be more symbolic than real. But what I'm suggesting is that at a time when our country has the most unequal distribution of wealth and income of any major country, at a time when Bush gave hundreds of billions of dollars in tax breaks to the wealthiest people in this country, you know what you got to say? You got to say to those people, I'm sorry, you're going to have to pay your fair share of taxes. Second of all, the Cold War is over. We have a huge military budget. Our enemy is now international terrorism. And I'm not sure that a lot of the weapon systems that we're still maintaining are relevant in fighting Osama bin Laden.
Why is the president walling off all of the national security issues?
Ask him.
I think he will be asked that question. But clearly you're going to ask those questions in the caucuses and in the meetings with the White House.
Absolutely. In other words, and so to my mind, we have a national debt and a deficit that has to be addressed, but you have to do it in a fair way. You got to look at military spending. You got to look at dealing with the tax breaks that were given to the rich. And by the way, every agency of government has its waste. We're looking at fraud in Medicare, fraud in the Defense Department by very large corporate interests. Everything has got to be on the table.
You've got real divisions within the Democratic Party, not just House versus Senate now, but Senate versus Senate, liberals versus conservatives. Evan Bayh and others, Blanche Lincoln, who are up for election, some of those facing tough re-elections, are saying that they do not want to try to shove health care through, muscle it through on reconciliation. Others are saying, what's the magic of 60? And we've got to do something. Yesterday, Jim Clyburn, the House Whip, whom you know well, said we should take the consumer protection issues and not try to swallow the Senate bill. Is health care dead?
No. Well, if I have anything to say about it, it certainly is. Look, I'll tell you what's dead. 45,000 people every single year die because they don't get access to a doctor when they should. We know all about the Massachusetts elections, but you know what? A health care crisis in this country. And I think if what we end up passing is not as comprehensive as some may have want, so what? You have to deal with insurance reform. We're fighting for a revolution in primary health care so every American has access to a doctor. You save money when you do that. So to answer your question, I certainly hope that health care is not dead.
Thank you very much. Senator Bernie Sanders, great to see you.
Good to be with you.